This triple-double by Jokic does move him into sole possession of third place on the NBA's all-time triple-double list.
And he is past Magic Johnson.
Started calling the Joker Magic Joker. He has the instinct of a Magic Johnson.
Did he make a miraculous shot? Yes. Has he ever done it before? You bet he has. Will he ever do it again? Time and time again.
Play this game to win, to have fun, and to make people happy.
Assist makes two people happy, a point makes one guy happy. It's simple as that.
Sensational, dazzling showtime by Magic.
Jokic is wheeling and dealing like a showman out there. Hook shot is good. Wow, as good as it gets.
What a play! What did we just see there? My goodness!
Knocked away, loose ball with 15 seconds, and Johnson has it, and he throws up a three.
Clock ticks, gotta put one up. Jokic for the win. Oh!
This triple-double by Jokic.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to NBA Betting with Fiddle. Today is Sunday, March 29th. I'm going to do a quick impromptu live stream, break down two games, do plus EV props with BetStamp Pro, and then get out of here. If you do have any questions or comments, drop them in the chat. Any best bets that you want me to go over, maybe I could hit a few of those at the end. Please drop a like on the stream. It feels good to do a little two-game slate Sunday. Did a show yesterday, Saturday. I took Jay Money. I was supposed to be on his show today, but he told me he's spending time with family. I canceled on him on Friday because I was spending time with my family. So I was like, I could just go live myself and break down two games that I actually see as actionable. Not going to go through the whole card. And then we will move on and do some props that are available book by book. And then we will get on out of here. Like Batlin says, drop a like on the show. We'll tell a quick story about Batlin last night. He sends me a DM and he sends me all of his model projections for spread and total for every game. Right. And he's like, these are the numbers that I just run. And I said, okay, what numbers do you have that you think that you're betting that agree with the current market movement so far? And he responds, I don't know, man. I'm drunk as fuck. And I'm like, all right, sounds good. Have a good night. And he's like, wait. Boston, Charlotte, under. Hammer it. I'm like, I'm not going to follow the DMs from a drunk guy in terms of my betting action, but I don't mind it too much. All right, let's break down this slate. I will share the odds from FanDuel. We will call out best odds in market, and then we will move on. We are going to talk about that Boston and Hornets game, and he did give the under 215.5, so I honestly should have followed. So shout out to Batlin for having the right spot in that one. Boston +1, a +100 on the money line. This is something that I actioned on the Boston Celtics side. We do get the news so far that Jaylen Brown is going to be out, but we do have Tatum in, Neemias Queta probable. We'll look at the rest of the injury report for this game. Derek White is still questionable. Kobe White and Grant Williams are doubtful. And like I said, Jaylen Brown is going to remain out with that Achilles tendonitis. Probably the last thing any Boston Celtics fan wants to hear is another Achilles problem with the other Jay. So Jaylen Brown dealing with the Achilles situation now. Tatum played fantastic in the last game where he was the main star and Jaylen Brown sat against the Hawks and he dominated. So really nice to see Tatum look like that. This was Boston Celtics +2.5 and a +110 on the money line. I did action a +110 on the money line and sent that out to the WAP group for half a unit. And my plan was I'm going to come back in and play another half a unit if all of the guys play. I felt like this was a very strong schedule spot for the Boston Celtics, the Charlotte Hornets in a 3 games and 4 nights, second leg of a back-to-back. Boston coming off of a recent loss against this Hornets team. So if you believe in those revenge angles or those quick game, the flips who wins, these are very similar systems that Boston and Charlotte runs because Charlotte coach Charles Lee was plucked from the Boston staff when they won their championship. So a lot of familiarity with these teams, and knowing that it was a bad schedule spot for the Hornets, I felt like it was a get-right spot for the Boston Celtics. So not having Jaylen Brown, I'm not going to double down and play a full unit here, but I do think If you have not actioned anything for this game, I do think the Boston Celtics plus 1.5, which is available circa DraftKings, MGM, Caesars, Bet365, BetOnline, Fanatics, Bookmaker. Really, any of those plus 1.5s are still good. Buckeye, Novig, Rivers. It's really pretty much consensus everywhere except for FanDuel. I'm showing the worst one on the screen because the blue of FanDuel matches our beautiful blue background. But I do think this is a Boston Celtics spot, and I do think that it is still playable for half a unit at current prices. So first play on the card is going to be Boston Celtics. Let's see what the best available money line is. Celtics. Plus 100s across the board. Really, these are the same price, and the plus 1.5 minus 110 is slightly best price in market. Okay, by about 2 cents, the plus 1.5 minus 110 is better than the plus 1 minus 106. So Boston Celtics plus 1.5 minus 110, half unit play, first get down on its spot. Let's go over to the Knicks and the Thunder. Broke this game down a little bit yesterday. We have the over at 223.5. That is going to be my second play for this game. The Knicks in the second half of the season, really mainly since they've acquired Jose Alvarado, have been a slower paced team. He really just is kind of hesitant to push the offense, but he is, kind of a pace up player historically. So I don't totally understand the juxtaposition with that, but I'm consistently modeling Knicks totals a little bit higher than they are. Same with OKC. The last game that these two teams played against each other, the shooting efficiency was really dreadful. So it wasn't really a pace issue. It was a efficiency issue. So I do think looking back to that historical data, 1 game sample size from earlier this year when they played in the Garden, pretty irrelevant to me. We do have J-Dub in. We do have Chet Holmgren in. We do have Hartenstein in. We do have Nikola Topic. He'll probably get a few minutes as well. Miles McBride, Deuce McBride upgraded to questionable, and Landry Shamet out. Landry Shamet was one of the main on-ball defenders for SGA in the last game, and he's been one of the main on-ball perimeter defenders. He put on a lot of muscle this season. I actually think that's quite a bit of a problem for the Knicks, that they're using Landry Shamet as a main on-ball perimeter defender against the team's opposing best player so that they can hide Brunson, and that so they're not, on offense using Josh Hart as that guy on defense, and then Josh Hart is being guarded by an opposing center. So it allows them to play an additional shooter. So I do think we're going to see more like Diawara minutes in this game. You're going to see a bunch of Josh Hart minutes. You're going to see a lot more transition from the Knicks. And I do think the efficiency of the OKC side should increase. So the other thing that I'm looking at is OKC on the money line for this game. So I said yesterday that we had this priced at OKC minus 8.7. But if we look at the board right now, the 8.5 has started to be shaded towards the Knicks. There are some 8s in market. I think I'm going to be on a late OKC money line. There's no reason to bet it right now, but I say 2.5 plays today. Celtics is worth betting now. Knicks Thunder over is worth betting now. And I do think OKC maybe closer to post is going to be a bettable position for me as well. So looking at all 3 of those spots on this card, 2 of them are in already, and I would be looking for best money line later on. That game's tips at 7:30 Eastern time, so you do have some time to wait. You should know how the Boston game was going because that'll be an hour and a half in. Best money line price right now on the OKC side is minus 345 at a sportsbook. It is at Bet Rivers, but if you use the exchanges, you can get like a minus 320-ish if you're able to use Novig, Kalshi, Poly Market, or any of those. So if you're betting into a consensus price in market, definitely best to use the betting exchanges so you can reduce the hold that you are paying into. Let's do plus EV props with BetStamp Pro, and then let's get out of here. I didn't want to go through everything because there's not much that I see on the rest of the board, so why waste our time and go back and forth. But if there are any comments, send them in, and I will happily go over them right after we do plus EV props with BetStamp Pro. All right, sharing my BetStamp Pro odds screen. This is the odds screen that I use, Ian uses, Drew uses. It is amazing high-level tool for professionals in the space. If you're looking to upgrade your existing odds screen, go check out BetStamp Pro. If you're not using an odds screen, BetStamp's probably not the place for you because it is a very premium and quite expensive of a product. But I do believe that it is worth it for if you're, betting at decent stakes. If you're betting, at least $100 a unit, this would be and getting down a lot of volume. It does help with scaling, and it does things like takes all of these markets that are available, and you could customize the books that you're using. I'll go back to markets, and then it puts them into a true line, which is devigged, and then it forms a scrape of the market where all of these blue rectangles that are flashing on the screen are edges according to a true line devigged market. So the ability to scrape the market for edges in things like props where there's just so much noise going on. There's so many different prices, lines that are the same but a few cents off, and then another number that's like a hair higher. Like the rebound number is higher, but the line is different. So it just so quickly does the value calculating for you, and that time saved is in itself an edge. Okay, we're looking at FanDuel right now. Precious Achiuwa, 2+ steals. Darius Garland, 2+ steals. Şengün, 2+ blocks. None of those stick out to me. Maxime Renaud, double-double, +150. That looks like a spot that I would like. Sacramento at Brooklyn for this game. Maxime Renaud, +150 on the double-double. He's just getting so many minutes. I'm going to look up his recent stats because, 30, 39, 30, 36, 36, 42 his last 6 games. So would expect Renaud to get a handful of heavy minutes tonight, and that +150 on the double-double, probably my favorite spot. We're looking at DraftKings now. Brook Lopez on the Clippers, Milwaukee. Little revenge game for Brook Lopez being back in Milwaukee. I don't think it's much revenge. He had a great time there. Robert Williams on a steal. That kind of speaks to me. Robert Williams to have 1 steal, -104, 1 or more steals. Wizards team total. Denny Advia, 2+ steals. Tari Eason over on the PRA. This has been a Pelican spot in market. So if you are looking at Tari stuff, I don't know. I don't love that. He's can't find the bucket right now. Neemias Queta, 2+ blocks. Not really against the Charlotte team that plays very perimeter oriented and passes from the paint with Kalkbrenner and Diabate. Derek White, 2+ steals. That one is interesting to me, and that is about it. But all of these are market edges. We'll go bet FGM, we'll go bet 365, and we'll do bet Rivers, and then we'll get out of here. OG Anunoby, 2+ assists. Brandon Miller over on the 21.5 PA. He was lights out yesterday. Without Jaylen Brown guarding Brandon Miller, that does look appealing right there. I do like that Brandon Miller over 21.5 points plus assists. We'll go over to bet 365. Devin Carter getting another heavy minutes from Sacramento. You got a lot of edges in market. We got Brandon Ingram on the over 30.5 PRA against Orlando. Both teams playing a bit faster recently, so I do think that could be a good spot to go. Brandon Ingram over on the PRA. Finally, bet Rivers. Of course, pause the screen where you were going over your book. Go through all of them. Play any of them that you think have blue rectangles and you agree with the basketball angle of it. Parlay them, put them in 2 or 3 leg round robins. You could even, if you're playing plus EV lines and parlays, the parlay multiplier is going to work in your advantage. So go ahead and do that. Play 2 or 3 legs, round robin all of your options, so you decrease the variance and stack together plus EV positions. It could be a home run kind of day. Pods, 2+ steals. Pods asking the Instagram Warriors community, why does everyone want me to score 30 points? I don't know. I don't really know the story behind the whole Pods 30 points thing. Ousmane Dieng, Neemias Queta, nothing really. Mitchell Robinson, he's probably going to get very limited minutes against Hartenstein. Nothing really sticking out to me. Jalen Suggs over on the points plus rebounds, 19.5. That could be a spot. All right, that should be it. Let's check if we have any Kobe White in. Grant Williams and Tijon Salon ruled out. Let's see if that moved the market at all. No, we still have that consistently. So it should be Kobe White's first game playing the second 2 legs of a back-to-back since he's returned and started playing for the Charlotte Hornets. Graham, oh my God, I made a live show. Thank you for being here, my guy. Justin, new sub. Let's go. Appreciate it. Sam Jordan, what's up, Fiddle? How you doing? Caught +9 on Rivers last night. He's probably talking about the Knicks. Let's 7-point game. We agree. Fiddle hammer Duke money line. Spanky Weber. So I do take college basketball advice from people who I know are good at college basketball. This will be the first time Spanky Weber's ever given me a play. So you have a chance to go on lifetime undefeated in my book. Duke money line. Malik Monk and DeMar DeRozan are out versus Brooklyn. I would actually think that makes the Maxime Reynaud double-double maybe even better. I mean, DeMar DeRozan just takes so many mid-range and Malik, like those are going to be either made shots or long rebounds. So I would think Reynaud gets more opportunity around the glass, maybe on both sides. DeMar's a decent defensive rebounder too. Don't you like Heat -9 too? So have we gotten the injury updates on the Pacers yet? So I'm going to check. We'll pull up Ian's Pacers situation because I know I had this price at like Pacers +7.5. So I wouldn't have liked the 9, but it largely depended on Nembhard, Siakam, Toppin, Walker, McConnell, Nesmith now doubtful, Norman Powell out. So like a lot of that, where it hangs in the balance with those guys, I'll check if there's any new updates since Ian dropped that in the chat. I don't see anything about that. McConnell, Nembhard, Siakam, Toppin, Jarris Walker, all questionable. So it completely depends on that news. All right, that's going to do it for today. Quick 15-minute show. Hope you guys liked the little intro of Jokic being like Magic Johnson. Shout out to Ian for being here. I did not tell Ian that I was doing a live stream. I told him I was considering doing it. And then I tweeted, I'm doing one live in 15 minutes. Ian saw it, set up the stream, dropped all the injury information. I was ready to do it solo and see if I could handle it on my own. But no. The GOAT showed up and he is in the back of house. So thank you to Ian for making it as well. Drop a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel. I will see you tomorrow. We'll be starting a fresh week of NBA betting with Fiddle. Should be back to a normal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then maybe I'll be able to fit in some weekend streams next week because we're reaching the home stretch of the season. So let's try and get as much value out of these cards as possible. Let's prepare for the playoffs. Let's keep the schedule routine, and then maybe I'll mix in some weekend streams here and there. But we got some good basketball left, and we got playoffs, and then playoffs is going to get a little bit wonky because, like, who knows when we're doing streams. We're going to do a lot of them, but like we're going to wait for game 2s to end and game 3s to be priced, and then we'll do it pretty much quick streams whenever we have new information. So thank you to everybody. Some words from Patrick Beverly.
Y'all subscribe to my podcast while y'all asking all these questions. Don't forget to subscribe to the pod. And if you're a kid, listen to your parents. Listen to your parents.
Listen to your parents.
Subscribe to the pod. Subscribe. Subscribe to the pod. Subscribe to the pod.